Hey, hey, beat baseball world. Welcome back to another edition of the Beat Ball Blue Show. Neil Dog and Bam Bam. What up, Seth Dog?
Hey, Neil Dog. I put bass in my voice like you, man. Hey, man. Doing well, man. Doing well. No, man, everything's all right, man, Neil Dog.
I
As I
got
say,
I got
go ahead.
tune. I got to try to deepen it down a little bit. I'm wearing a different headset that I never like the sound of because it makes me sound all high and tinny.
Ah,
So I got to try to pretend like it's a little.
Daddy, you sound fine.
Oh,
You sound fine. You
oh,
don't sound too high. Yeah, I
all
know.
right, cool,
Again,
cool. Been a
we
long
won't
time
be able
since
to
you
have
called me daddy.
we won't be able to have our little afternoon trysts anymore. So we'll just have to share these moments on the Beat Ball Blues show now, man. So.
I got a little lecture from our guests that we do that a little too much. They were like, man, I ain't got all night, and you and Steph got to talk for like 45 minutes.
Hey, nobody forces them to come on the show,
I kind of do. You don't. I kind of do. We need people to talk to, so don't ruin it for me.
Man, I
Anyway,
tell you all the time, we could talk for like a whole hour, man. We don't necessarily technically need people to talk to. You talk, I mean, you could talk for an
yeah,
hour
that's
all
true.
by
I could
yourself.
do. Yeah, fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough.
So,
All right,
so
let's bring in all
the
the fellas. Our first post All
what?
Star Weekend show. We got a nice group of players that all participated last weekend, starting with my little brother Axel Cox, his boy Zach Arambula, and new San Antonio Jet Tanner Gers. Hey fellas, what's happening? Do you guys have a good time last weekend?
Oh
Hell yeah.
yeah.
It's dope, man. It's dope.
Yep.
I've always I played for years, and obviously, if this was going on when I was playing, I would have loved to have been part of it. And since you guys started it last year, Zach and X, one of the things I first thought about just kind of how cool it could be just to have all the players together, kind of away from their teams and just hanging out at the hotel. And I don't know, since it's there in San Antonio, I don't know how much time you two spend at the hotel. But was I right in thinking it'd be like that? Do you guys go to hang out at the hotel? Is there a big hang that goes on over the weekend?
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely people that hang out at the hotel. This year is kind of a special thing that happened. A lot of people fly in on Thursday, and so Nestor put on a little barbecue for everybody that was in on Thursday. So everyone hung out there and grubbed, and I sure watched some football and just chit chatted with everybody. But yeah, throughout the weekend, I definitely stop in and hang out, especially Saturday night.
Was
That'd be
there
a
a,
Yeah.
perfect place for like a dartboard, man. You know, like in the
Yeah.
hospitality room, man. Everybody get together, just throw darts, talk trash, and stuff like that. It'd be fun.
Yeah, this group does. These guys don't even remember that, but back in like the early '90s, for like 3 or 4 years in a row, um, in the hospitality room, they'd have the talking dartboard up, and people would go down there, and
Mm.
there's always a
Yeah,
cool
we saw
little.
it a couple
Yeah,
times.
yeah, we had y'all had
Power
it
Showdown too.
in '09. In '09 y'all had a talking dartboard in Cali,
Yeah.
I,
Stockton.
I don't have any memory of that. That's wild. That's cool though.
I, I don't either.
Hey, y'all didn't chill. Y'all didn't chill with the common folk. Y'all, the dogs didn't rock out with
Seth,
nobody.
I
Hey,
didn't.
I
Seth,
was part of the heat. I was
Showing up
part
in
of the
a
heat.
limo.
Hey,
Seth and
I had already departed the dogs. I was Bayou City all the way in '09, boy. So.
But in the early '90s, what I was talking about, you and Eric were down there all day. I never went
All
down
the
there,
time,
but
yeah,
you and
all the
Eric were
time.
down there every night.
Right.
I remember
No,
I remember in
I
'09.
only stopped going down once. You know, I had kids and stuff like that. But we used to chill at that dartboard all the time. That used to be fun. I used to think of it like the scene from, if you guys go way back, the Next Generation and the Klingon homeworld, and everybody partying before they go out to battle and stuff like that.
Oh, Star Trek.
I
So,
remember '09 is when y'all knocked us out that year.
gosh.
Yeah,
Oh yes, I
he,
do remember that. I think I made the last out or something like that. It was a good.
And
It was
I
a good
think y'all walked
tournament.
off.
Whoa, whoa.
You made it out to the World Series?
Yeah, man. I mean, I had actually had 12 putouts in that tournament. It was my highest putout total ever. So that was it.
Hey,
And
Tanner.
also 41 straight contacts before I ever struck out. It was absolutely incredible. Love Fonzie for that. Fonzie, love you, baby.
Hey, Tanner. Share some of your thoughts since this past weekend was your first All-Star weekend. What was the experience like for you, hanging and playing and all that?
You know, it's like, uh, you know, I love Nestor's intensity, and Fonzie's intensity too. I mean, Fonzie, I think, has like evolved into the man that he's become today. And he used to be like super chill, low key, like now he's so fired up. His energy's so next level all the time, and I absolutely love it. It was great batting second to Eric. Getting to see him from the batter's box, right, coming out hard, coming out fast. He was hitting it every time. For 1-2 pitch, he was tremendous to play with, just a great guy. I was just surrounded by dudes much better than me, and that was great. I was humbled again, and I was just like, that got me thinking, man. Like yesterday, I was standing at the top of my stairs, like, how much longer am I gonna play this motherfucking game?
That's why we always put it explicit when the Jets are on, man. Because without cussing.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Now you burst the bubble. Go ahead. Don't limit yourself.
Don't stop now.
I'm explicit. But I forget who's all saying right there, Zach, but like, oh man, yeah, I ain't never gonna be one of them dudes playing this game until the 40s or 50s.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh,
I said
damn.
that.
I was like, oh damn, because I was like, that's me. I stood up, said some shit, and I was like, oof, and I think about it, man. Like I still go hard. I still push. Like I still find myself doing stupid things, and just trying to push my body to the limits. And it's like I gotta start just considering what's most important. And it was just an interesting conversation for myself to be having.
In the end, for myself, beat ball wise, with all our players, especially like some of our players don't even find the game till they're in their 30s, sometimes even older. I mean, if you're physically able to contribute and you're having fun doing it, like the age doesn't matter. I didn't walk away at whatever I was 41 because I didn't enjoy it anymore. Like I didn't enjoy my team anymore. I didn't enjoy playing for Don Robinson anymore, and I didn't want to go play for another team.
Shots fired.
Oh, I've said that a million times on the show. I'm not secret about it, but I don't no reason to harp on it.
Hey, Don is a few rungs below, 1,000 rungs below Cooter.
But in the end, though, like, you know what I mean? Look at, you're still competing at an extremely high level, obviously. So I don't know why you're even wondering. You know what I mean? Stop playing when you lose the desire, man.
I kind of told him part of what you said too. I was like, bro, you didn't even start till like your mid-20s, or when, like, I know you were in your 20s. So like Zach started when he was 15, 16, I was 18. So definitely like when I think about hanging it up, it's a little bit different for me because I started when I was so young, and other things pop up that are higher up on the priority list, so
Yeah, well, me and you, we share a rookie year, and then Zach came right after that. So yeah,
Neil,
Hey,
they make me feel bad about coming out of retirement at such an old age, man. Jeez. Maybe I won't do it now. You guys just made up my
shamed
mind
him.
for me. Sorry. You age shame
Ageism.
me.
Ageism.
God. All right. Sorry, family. No World Series next year. The
When
fellas
I
got
was
to me.
I don't know. It's just like when I was playing with the Edge, like Loop saw it and he was just like, "Yo, man," he's like, "You gotta go 80%, 80%." He's like, "That's why I go 80%," and I don't know that speed, bro.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know where he didn't. I'll just tell you this: he didn't learn that nonsense from the dogs. I don't know where I don't know where that came from, but we didn't teach him that nonsense. Hey, circling back a little bit to the All-Star weekend, I listened to all of the Friday night game, and it wasn't intentional. I planned to go back.
That's the
and
most important one.
I,
It's the only one I played in.
I know. I had intended to circle back and check out the other two games and just still haven't gotten to it. But I was wondering, Zach, because like the first night, I know Eric played it short the whole time. Did you guys mix that up at all? Did you play some short with Eric somewhere else, or how'd that
Yeah,
play out?
so Eric played shortstop position, so short left, and in that first game on Friday, I played pretty much straight up the middle, and then the second game on Saturday, well, second game total, the first game on Saturday, I played up front for like 2 innings, I think, and then they put Dustin up there, and he played well. And then I think
Yeah,
Eric
he
was playing while I
impressed me.
was playing, and then Eric
White
played,
Lightning, White Lightning went
Yeah,
up
yeah,
to short.
yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
He made
And
some
then
stops.
Eric was mid,
All right. So you
but
guys did mix it up then. Let players.
yeah, we mixed it up a little bit. Not too much though. Like primarily, Mark played deep left the whole time, unless he was out. I don't know who else might have went out there. Maybe Schultz. I don't remember who else had
I
went
know.
out
I
there.
know. Justin Rhymes was
Ethan
out
played
there.
deep left for a little bit.
Yeah, Ethan was kind of moved a lot of places for sure.
I remember
Um,
Justin Rhymes being out there, but I don't remember if he's on your
he
team
wa-
or the other
he
team.
was yeah he was deep right though.
Oh, okay. I thought he was in deep left on Friday night, anyways. I don't know.
Nah,
Nah,
he
it was
was
Mark.
he was
Okay.
yeah it was Mark
Okay.
Morris.
All right.
Um,
Oh,
but yeah,
yeah.
man.
You're right. My bad. I knew that. I'm sorry.
But yeah, Friday was a lot of fun. Like I was telling a bunch of players, like it's a really cool feeling to be on the field with a bunch of players that can all ball and all play and just learning from everybody
Right.
and just learning how different people do different things. It was funny because one of the things I thought was pretty interesting, and it's just a preference thing. It's not that they're doing it wrong, but if a ball got by someone, it would just be like a very loud call, like "Bomb me off me to the right," and I'm like, I don't need to hear all that. just say "Bomb me right." But just communicating that real quick, how like the talent that's on the field, that's all you need to tell them, and then they can fix it. And everyone was able to do that across the board on both teams. And for people to learn the angles that quickly, like it's really cool and it's a lot of fun. And that Friday game is like over 6,000 views. It's a really cool event, man, and we're proud of it.
X, you got hurt on Friday night. You told me you hurt your shoulder, and I was kind of an asshole about it. I never even followed up with you. How bad is
No,
it?
no.
Are you good?
I will be. I'm about like 80 or so percent now. But
It's not
yeah,
it's not
I
something
dove
that's
to.
gonna linger though.
I mean, I hope not.
All right.
I dove to the base and just like I landed on my shoulder and just stuck like right there in the ground, kind of like I didn't slide or
Yeah,
nothing, just
yeah,
straight
yeah.
shoulder.
Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, it did. Like, have you had it checked out? It didn't pop out or anything, did it?
Nah, I haven't got it looked at.
All right. Well, I hope it's all good.
He's Hispanic Mexican, dude. Mexicans don't go to the doctor.
Yeah, it's probably too old for you guys to see, but one of the original like Chris Rock videos, he talked about how like they didn't have no medicine, how they used Robitussin for everything. Broke your leg, put some Tussin on it. So overall, like the event, like 2 years in, how do you guys feel like the second year compared to the first year?
I mean, I thought it was better than the first year.
Why?
Everything went smooth. I'll tell you what I told Zach too. I was like, not surprised, but I thought it was cool to see how like all these players, maybe not all of them, but most of the players have never played with each other before, but the vibe is still there. Like you still feel like you're on a team, and you know you're rocking with your team, and everybody's like got your back and stuff like that. So the vibe, at least on our side, is it was cool to see that come to come together
Pull
so
together.
quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Uh,
hardest part about pulling players together, period, in beat baseball, because we we can't learn by looking or whatever. And we're athletes that are trained to be aggressive going after the ball. And when you're on your own team and you're practicing together, there's a trust that you build up, and you can be aggressive to go in between zones and figure out what you're going to do. But when you're around new players or whatever, it's hard to like establish that. You can't just do it in a hurry.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. On a couple my first couple plays on defense, I was learning my angles. I was the deepest angle. I was playing deep right, so I came behind Mark. I'm like, Mark, you cool with me coming behind you? Like I'm gonna be the deepest one. He's like, yep, and that was it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's what you have to do. Figure it out, and feel you're going to trust your teammates to do it. Whatever you need to, whatever you just need to have
Uh,
that trust.
Hey,
I would.
looking at the scores though, I noticed the scores were hella high. Were people just bombing the balls, or
So
obviously it's hard to come together and learn defense. On the you're come to play together on the fly like that. But were the balls just being bombed, or what was the deal
so
there?
so yeah, and that's definitely like a couple opinions around who people who are there. Like, man, there's a bunch of runs, no defense. But when you have two pitchers who are like the top two that year and with a very low strikeout rate, and you have 1 through 6 that can all hit, that can all run fast, and then especially on Texas fields, it wasn't that there wasn't defense being played. It was just the balls are being hit really hard. Even though if it's on the ground, it's really fast. There was like a bunch of balls that people got bodies on, but the ball's coming so fast that it hits them and it bounces away. I know that happened a lot of times. But
Yeah.
just like any all-star event you're gonna have in any sport, it's gonna be
Yeah, the
high
offense
scoring.
is always going to be higher.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be higher, but it's still a good showcase. There's still some really good defensive plays out there for sure. Um,
Jason Frazier made this point on our little All-Star post game last year, a post show, whatever. I thought it was a good point. Like, just like in, like, say, the NBA All-Star games, like the first 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters are usually like just crazy, loose street ball or whatever. But as the game gets later, the players do start to tighten up and get that intensity,
Yep.
trying to get the win. And it's kind of cool to watch that all kind of come together.
You guys are playing with three
yeah.
strikes, 4 strikes, or what were the rules? Or you guys just play
four,
Right.
with four
four,
strikes?
4 strikes and a pass ball, of course.
All right.
And Jared's team took the damn pass ball every at bat. That's what it
Every
was.
time. Yeah.
Fonzie doesn't allow that sort of stuff, so
Nah, we
Yeah,
don't
we
rock like
I
that
don't.
know,
anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
I know Fonzie wasn't taking that stuff.
I
Any go ahead.
I go to swing on this one, and I wasn't quite ready, and so I just let it go. And I looked at Fonzie. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
so
My bad.
sorry.
Man, Tanner, I at the when I was out at the World Series, I was standing like by the scores table while you guys were playing that night game against New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
And man, that's first time been on the field. When you're anybody's been up at bat in a long time. You hit the ball with some impact, man. You connect with that ball, some collision.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think it's just Mikey's bat. Mikey got me that Windy City, and I was treating that like a toy. It was good to me. Um,
How
yeah,
many
I mean,
ounces? How many ounces is it?
there's 36.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got
Oh,
some
nice.
bat speed with that, bro.
Yeah, the 36 for sure. And Fonzie was money right there the whole time. And my swing was dipping a little bit too. Like I think the next day I hit the ground again. and I was trying to. My back head is supposed to be like right at the top of my kneecap. I told Fonzie, well, "Whoa, bro! Like, pick it back up." Fonzie was right there. I mean, I'm only good because Fonzie puts the ball where the bat needs to be.
I
Hey,
mean,
well now it's gonna be because Remy, big dog.
I always I never agree that it's just as simple as like the pitcher. Like it takes both sides. Like you have for a pitcher's only as good as putting the ball in there if they don't have a batter that's got a disciplined swing. You know what I mean, or whatever. Like it's the whole combination. It's in my opinion. Like to have success, the batter has to be just as dedicated to the craft as the pitcher does. I think.
Yeah, it's fair.
Nah, for sure. Otherwise, you're just
Yeah.
getting weak contact or not making contact at all.
Right.
Takes two to tango.
Or wasting a good pitcher, like by not having your swing ready. You know what I mean? By not being ready. You're wasting a good pitcher if you show up not ready offensively. Before we dive into your Jets, do you guys have anything else you want to touch on with the All-Star game?
Yeah, I just want to for sure give a big shout out to everyone that helped out. Katie Mathenia for coming out and helping with the stats and all that. Graham for filming, and just everyone who supported, especially a bunch of people from Texas like Cassie and the Blackhawks and Mind's Eye.
Sports Vision, which is the Blackhawks.
Yeah, Sports Vision, Mind's Eye. Just appreciate all them, and we're looking forward for next year. Everyone start putting in that work to get there next year.
Shout out to all them. Props for everything you gave. And if you guys could, we need to get hooked up with the stats. I forgot until right before the show, but Richie and Seth and I did a little all-star fantasy, whatever.
Yeah, well, I think you're gonna have to hit up DB for that. Nah, they're gonna be put out. Katie's gonna put them out. She's working hard on it. It's just a lot of runs were scored, so and then a lot of people got moved around, so she just wants to get it right. And yeah, so we're just waiting on it.
Did I draft Axel, man? You went out after the first game?
Yeah.
My bad, bro.
Come on,
Hey, who had Casey?
I did.
Oh man, you have a good chance then because he put up a lot of points for sure.
Nice. That was my first pick. The first pick was Seth took Eric, Richie took you, Zach, and I took Casey. So
Good pick.
glad I took him. All right, well, shout out to everybody, and good job on throwing it all together again. I've always been impressed that you guys threw that together. You know what I mean? That some players said, "Man, you know what? We all deserve this. Let's go get it done." So
no, for sure. Yeah, man. Oh, my bad. I mean to cut you off, but yeah, it's definitely like I wouldn't say a dream come true, but just like something that we all didn't even know was gonna work, and now it's something that's pretty cool. And yeah, I always get fucking goosebumps when we talk about it. It's cool.
Yeah, we should figure out how to put together like a real World Series that's like, actual people that should be in the World Series.
I agree, man. I agree. I've been saying we need to cut this World Series down from Thursday to Saturday and only use the top 10 teams that can play for an actual championship.
Wow, look at these guys cutting out half the blind folk, man. Like, no, y'all not good enough.
No, I'm saying no. They're still.
Y'all have y'all's own tournament.
There's still everyone's still at the same tournament. It's just that there's 10 teams that can actually play for first. But there's no reason why first should be playing 20th. See, it's
yeah.
I don't agree with
the
it.
energy. It's injury risk. It's like it cuts down like talent. Like it's horrible.
It's
actually,
this
if you're
ain't
going to
a
say
game
that,
of endurance.
hey, 10 is even too much, right? It's
Agreed.
really,
Hey.
I mean, it's a smaller field that actually has a real legitimate shot of winning the championship. So it gets kind of difficult once you just start to limit it to the college football playoff to top 4. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah,
But but some people were saying, the injuries and stuff. One of the things that I always liked about the World Series is that it was such a grind, right? I mean, it's a physical. I mean, now it's kind of soft and weak because you play over 8, 9, 10, 12 days. But back in the day, right, when you're playing 3 games a day every day, that would used to be hardcore. And so,
See,
even though you might be beating people's butts in the first day or so, it still puts you on that physical track where you got to be ready. You're waking up on
you,
Thursday back in the day sore. You know what I'm
you
saying?
can
So,
you can make that point. You can make that point, but this ain't a grind sport. This is a skill sport. This, you know what I mean? This is not like meant like football. Yeah, like that's over weeks. Like that's a grind. This is imagine playing football games one day after another. Like they wouldn't do that because it's not like gameplay isn't like realistic. If you played 6 games that were all like legitimate contenders, like it's for one, you save money. The league will save money from Thursday to Saturday, and then also it just higher play level, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think Jason Frazier too's got some really strong ideas and strategies for how to like put this into motion and actually make it like both not just like athletically feasible but also like financially feasible.
I don't know what can
Yeah,
be put
I don't
together to
care.
make things better financially. This is a people is a struggle financially, but
Blind people are poor.
in the end,
That's
though, all any of you, Jason, whoever have to do is convince the tournament committee that it's a good idea. I mean, convincing Seth and I isn't going to get you anywhere with it, but
I don't know. Why don't we just do like a whole new league?
Hey, Texas League, boy.
What?
We're trying to get some shit started.
I was open to that when Blake was president, but now that I don't have somebody I'm so strongly opposed to at president, I've been dedicated to the MBBA my pretty much my whole life. I'm not going to undedicate myself. Doesn't mean I don't admit
and
things
we're and,
things
and we're
can
never gonna
improve.
change.
Well,
Well,
it's hard to get. I mean, it's hard to get change. It's hard to get change, especially if you're ever going to bring it to the entire, body to vote on and stuff like that. You're not,
For sure.
60% of the people aren't going to go and vote. Hey, yeah, we don't deserve to be here. I mean, that's just not going to
No, no,
happen.
no. But I'm
You
not. But I'm not saying
know.
they're still gonna be at the tournament. Like they're still gonna be playing the tournament.
that's not actually something that has to be voted on by the General Assembly. In the end, the tournament committee has the responsibility
Authority.
of laying out the tournament the way it thinks is best, and that doesn't mean like Cassie came along and this is how she decided to do it. She's following along what other tournament chairs have been doing for the over the years. But like when we switched from having a championship round in a consolation bracket back in 2006 was the first year that all the teams went into the championship bracket. Before that there was consolation in a championship bracket. But that wasn't voted on to change. Like JT Herzog came up with the plan, and he convinced the tournament committee that it's a good plan, and they're willing to try it or whatever. So I have no idea how Jason's plan will be received, or whatever plan you guys could come up with would be received by the tournament committee. But again, like JT was able to convince the tournament committee to change. If you guys can put together a strong enough whatever, I have no
Yeah.
idea. I can't speak for Cassie or anybody on the tournament committee. I don't know how it will be received, but I mean that it
Yeah.
doesn't have to go to General Assembly. If you guys put together a good plan, I don't mean put it together and go put it on fucking Beatball Nation. Take it to the tournament committee like responsible folk and try to explain it to them. Anyways.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, let's talk about your Jets. I mean, everybody, anybody been living under a rock, then they could go back in time and try to figure out what went on. But obviously, you guys had some players leave. You got Tanner Gers and Mike Coughlin joining the team. Man, talk about your new additions, Ax.
Yeah, man. Like you said, we got Mr. Gers and Coglin joining the squad. Um, so definitely feel like we're gonna pick up right where we left off. And they're gonna do what they need to do so that when we all come together and playing ball in St. Louis, we're still playing on Saturday. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
not really concerned about what we lost at this point, or not what we lost, but just what left, you know. But you know, and Tanner and Mikey is where it's at now. So
What do you
Yeah,
got about
baby.
what do you got about your new teammates, Zach?
I'm excited for it, and this is probably the first time we've added two big players like that in a long time, probably since like we first created the Jets. And I'm excited. Jeremy's excited to start working with them. Actually, after both games on Saturday, like Jeremy did some BP with Tanner until they turned the lights off on us, and he was still trying to pitch to him.
Bro.
And yeah, dude, it was
Bro,
like pitch black.
Jeremy's like, I can't see anything. One more.
And so, man, I'm excited. Like Alex said, adding Tanner and Mikey, and then these couple guys that may join us. My roommate Jordan Main and this guy named Gray. They're both goal ball people, but
Okay.
they have the ear. So if they do decide and want to commit to it, they can be good players in additions too.
I always love it if you get to bring somebody new in, that there's somebody who has an idea of playing like blind defense, like
Yeah,
goal ball. Even though goal ball's indoors and you don't move around as much, fundamentally, like you know what I mean. You're kind of getting the same concept of getting your body in front of the ball.
yeah,
So
for sure. And they both played at the highest level too. Like Gray's been on the national team,
wow.
and Jordan is on the brink of maybe trying to make the team.
Tanner, what brought you to the Jets? Obviously, you and I were teammates on the Heat. What obviously Fonzie's been integral to your success over the years. It must have been tough to leave that. So what went into your decision to leave the Heat and join the Jets?
Yeah, I mean, I said it before. I'll say it again. I'm nothing without Fonzie. Hadn't been nothing without Fonzie, and everything. But it's just about Saturday. You know, I need to get a ring. I have to get a ring, and the Jets are the best team to do that with right now.
I could dig
Hey,
that.
yeah.
But
And
we,
big shout out to Fonzie too. Like he stayed and was like giving Jeremy pointers for like to how to connect with Tanner. So shout out to
Yep.
Fonzie.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I mean, that's just like the kind of love, right? Like, like Fonzie was, and then Jeremy found it, right? Remy was all over it. Following Fonzie's advice and just like that kind of love and support. I know Fonzie's got it for me, and he wants to see me win. He understands that, I'm almost walking with a walker, and and that the decision isn't personal. It's just I just got to get this ring.
Fonzie's a classy dude. I'm always going to remember after my induction speech at the banquet, he was the first one to grab me after I came down off the podium, give me some love.
I thought you said it was Luke that did that.
No.
Oh, I thought on the previous podcast you said Luke. My bad.
If I said that, I said the wrong name. It was definitely Fonz. I can't imagine. The
one of
only
them Mexicans, I don't know.
all look the same to me. No, the only time
Explicit and racist.
the only time I saw Loop was when I was with the Sirens by you guys during that Friday game. When I met you, came over and met you guys for the first time. So that's the only time I even saw Loop the whole time. But no, it was Fonzie that grabbed me right after I came down. And also like responding to you, Tanner, like we were talking about age and getting older in this game or whatever, and like you're at that point now where you're getting further away from your prime, not closer, and you know what I mean. I understand that desire to want to reach that highest achievement. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a
Go
lot
ahead.
about like my brain health too. I was in a real I had a super serious concussion last October trying to fuck around with the blind soccer, and I ran into the wall so hard, and I
Damn.
ran
It's not,
so fucking hard,
it's not
bro.
funny,
Like
guys.
it ain't funny, bro. Like I was like, so this is real talk. Like I mean, for a couple weeks afterwards, like I'd be in conversations with people. I forget where I was, who I'm talking to, what we're talking about. That happened for months, and
Damn.
and so it still affects my memory today. My short term is nowhere where it used to be, and you know, and so that's why I was just thinking about, you know, that's why I'm thinking about, you know, this year beat ball, I ran into a pole, and
Damn,
you
bro.
know, it cut my head open, and you know, there's like a little bit of a scar there, you know, that's on my face. So,
You almost killed my parents a few years ago at the at the World Series.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That was on Friday, and then JC said something, right?
Yeah, he
And
told you
we
to stop. Yeah, that was it.
uh,
That
he,
was the
he
game.
told me that was his biggest regret of b-ball ever. That call right there. But anyway, but yeah, man. So it's just you know, you got to do what's right for you.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I thought of this. I don't even know if you really remember this, Seth, but like back in the late 90s, we were getting ready to go to a goalball tournament, and we were at our practice place, and for some reason, like Bill Johnson, who was coaching us, and I had to leave and come
Yeah, I don't
back.
think I don't know if you were you there. I always thought that
No, I mean you
you weren't
were
actually there. I
right.
thought it was just Bill. Maybe Bill went to go pick you up
That could be
at the
it.
truck.
That could
Yeah,
be it.
I think Bill went to go pick you up and left me in the. I mean, I always tell because it was a funny ass story, you know, because I'm Bam Bam or whatever, and I'm standing in the gym by myself practicing throwing that goal ball against the wall, and you know I threw hard, so boom boom, but I lined up I made a mistake and lined up on the back line throwing to the wall as opposed to like the free throw line where the front line was. And so I was really just like 5 feet away from the wall. And I went and did my thing, man, and I reached back to throw that ball. My face just hit nothing but wall, man. My
Oh
face
God.
was all bleeding, and man, it was boom, man. Like, oh man, that was bad, man. But
He
you know, I just
he chipped his tooth and
yeah.
it embedded the chip part into his lip.
Damn.
His chip
Mm.
tooth was stuck inside his lip.
Oh,
Did
it
you
was
get it out
funny.
or what now?
Yeah, no, I got out. You know, oh man, it was bad. I mean, I was laughing. You know, I mean, because I knew exactly what I had done once it happened. It's like, oh, dude, you lined up on the wrong line, dumb dumb. But it was funny, but no concussion. It was like hard headed.
That's one of the things I'm really looking forward to, like playing with the Jets, man. These boys are funny. Love hanging with the Jets. Having a good time.
A lot of people don't think we are though.
No, they don't.
I don't agree with that. Like I don't think you could have won the sportsmanship award this
Well,
year.
that yeah, I don't know how that happened.
That was such a surprise.
Yeah.
Biggest surprise of my beatball career.
Dude, I don't know if I ever told you guys this story, but your boy Kevin got us hard one year with that. In '95, it was the second year we were the Dogs, and we were just rowdy as hell. We had finished in third place. We had the best defense, and man, we'd gotten a big fight with the umpires in our last game or whatever. It's all documented, and in this documentary that came out that year. But at the banquet, Kevin was the one announcing the sportsmanship, and he clowned us. And he's like, and the sportsmanship goes to the West Coast Dogs. And we erupted, and we're up, standing up, we're clapping, we're singing our Dogs in the House song, and blah blah blah. And none of us could see or hear Kevin's. His hands are up, like, I'm just kidding, I'm just joking. And man, Don walks all the way up to the podium. Kevin's like, man, I'm sorry, Don, I was just kidding. Kev made a total ass of us right there at the banquet, man.
That was funny.
But
Dog.
I feel like you guys winning the sportsmanship is crazy as if we had ever really won the sportsmanship. Because, I mean, I don't think you guys are jerks to teams, but you're so, like cocky and swagger. Like, it's all the stuff I like. But that's not the kind of stuff people give sportsmanship to or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro,
Nobody.
the Jets in Beaumont, they beat us. Like, it was on Thursday, right? I think they knocked us out of the tournament or some shit. And they had it ready to go. Hit him again, beat him, my boy. Bah. Hit him again, beat him, my boy. Bah.
Right.
So
Bayou
cold.
City had made their own little hype song. So when we did the little handshake line, we had the Bluetooth banging their hype song after we beat them.
Well, fellas, man,
Hey, that definitely must have been after I retired.
the song they're talking about, remember B-Mob coming on the Heat Up or Get Beat Up or whatever?
Yeah, beat 'em up, right.
Yeah, after they knocked the Heat out, they broke that song out and started jamming to it or whatever. That's what they're talking about.
I got you.
Well, fellas, I really got nothing else for you. I know Tanner's got his big night to get to. Zach don't like being held up by me. So, anything else you guys want to touch on before we jump out?
Nah,
hey, be tuned, baby. JetLife, baby, 2024.
Yeah, baby. And again, thanks for everyone that helped out with the All-Star Weekend. Smith, DB, all them. Mind's Eye and Sports Vision. Appreciate y'all. We'll do it again.
You've broken the rule twice. You could talk about him if you want, but Cooter. The letters DB are not allowed on the show. Cooter or nobody.
That's loud. Hey, edit it, Frank.
Well, good job, fellas. Good job, man. Good luck coming into this next year. Look forward to seeing how you guys put it all together out there on the field.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
You bet.
Neil and I are coming out of retirement, so we'll have a close-up and view of what you guys do.
People go take
come join the Jets.
Hey, lace up them cleats. Be our def, baby.
Yeah, all right.
You can play the 20th seed.
Yeah, y'all play Tuesday and Wednesday.
I'm nothing but loyal, baby. If I ever play, it's with the Bayou City Heat, or unless the Dogs come back without Don Robinson.
don't do that, because Richie might get really sad. He didn't get his at bat.
Shout out, Richie. All right, that's it for us.
Right.
Only got one more show left in 2023. We'll have it out. Tanner's already out. You got no time for this. But we'll be back up for one more show in about a week or so. I'm not sure exactly yet when it will be, but we got one more for you, and that'll be it. And we will catch you then. Everybody, be well.